Man, Parasite Eve is one of my favorite video games of all time. This game never gets old. I could play this game every day for the rest of my life, and it would never get old. Parasite Eve is an original horror RPG style game that is an absolute masterpiece. This game does everything right. It has great graphics, a great battle system, a very detailed, highly informative story. The main character, Aya Bray, is sexy. The main villain in the game, Eve, is sexy. Sexy as hell. Ooh, I want to eat that shit up. The story of the game will span over 6 days. You start the game as Aya Bray from NYPD, New York's finest, on vacation about to go into Carnegie Hall to watch an opera play. Now, as the play continues, you will immediately see the main villain of the game, Eve. And Eve is one of the hotter villains I've ever seen before in a game. She's got a big old rack, a pretty face. Anyways, as Eve is singing, for whatever reason, she causes everyone in the theater to spontaneously incinerate as the mitochondria in their bloodstreams generate staggering quantities of energy. Everyone dies in the theater except for Aya, who will spend her time trying to solve the mystery throughout the game. This game goes into a lot of detail about the human body, about cells. I remember I showed this game to my biology teacher a few years back in college, and he was so impressed. He said he played this game just because of the story. This story is so well made and so informative. It's like being in a biology class, reading some of the dialogue in this game. The battle system in this game is very addictive. You rarely play a horror game where you have a battle system. It's basically a horror RPG kind of game. There aren't very many of those. Maybe Dead Island could qualify as that. But this is a true RPG, a true horror game, all mashed together to make one great game. Think of Resident Evil only with turn-based combat. It is turn-based, but you get to move while waiting for your turn. You know, a lot of people say, well, it's not turn-based. It's not. Well, it actually is. It is, because you are always waiting for your turn. The only difference is you can move while waiting to be able to attack. That's the only difference. So this game is basically turn-based, and it's executed really well. The battle system is very addictive in this game. You get experience after every fight that you win. Leveling up is addictive. You get new cool abilities that you can use. In the game, it's called Parasite Energy. You get all kinds of... You can heal, you can scan, you can use slow, detox, which cures poison, heal, which heals 60 HP or something like that. It's like Final Fantasy, only horror style. It's a great game. It's so original and so unique. Parasite Eve's graphics are one of its strongest points. It often looks sleek, inspired, and beautiful, like a good film. The scenery throughout the game is composed of still 3D rendered images of mostly authentic New York areas, and the quality and detail of these areas is astounding. Whether you're searching through Central Park in the middle of the night or rummaging through the slums early in the morning, Parasite Eve looks consistently real. The background art looks so good that you will often find yourself admiring your surroundings instead of forging onward in your quest. The different polygonal characters aren't quite as sharp as the backdrops, but their motions and actions during plot sequences are expressive and believable. It is, in my opinion, one of the best looking games that came out in 1998. And, you know, I don't think pre-rendered backgrounds should have ever been stopped. I don't think they should have ever stopped using pre-rendered backgrounds because they're just so beautiful. I mean, look at this Christmas tree. God, Christmas trees make me so fucking happy. The soundtrack to the game is very fitting for the setting. It kind of has this X-Files feel to it, a mystery, dark feel to it that just fits the game perfectly. You know, some of the pieces in the soundtrack are very catchy. You will find yourself humming it, and you just won't be able to get out of your head. It's a soundtrack that makes you feel the tension of the game. It makes you feel the optimism, the expectancy of something bad that is just about to happen, and you know it, and the music adds to that. The weapon customization in this game, for a game that came out in 1998, is top-notch. I mean, you'll come across all kinds of different guns as you're exploring the different areas in the game. You know, you'll come across new weapons and ammo literally all over the place. Garbage cans, dressing rooms, cabinets, panties, you name it. The various guns she'll use differ in appearance, speed, power, and effective range. Furthermore, some weapons pack special properties like an acid effect that heavily wounds the enemy, causing it to take damage continuously until death. But more interesting is the ability to tune weapons and improve them. For example, you can increase the number of rounds a shotgun can store, or soup up the lovely rocket launcher so that it fires thrice per use instead of just once. You can essentially make your own custom guns in Parasite Eve, and devising clever and deadly new combinations is one of the most enjoyable aspects of this game. The weapon customization is top-notch and awesome. The only real negative of this game that I found was how slow Aya moves. I mean, sometimes you'll feel like you're just running in place. I mean, it's weird. I don't know what the programmers were thinking when they let this be the final product when they released this game, but clearly Aya runs way too slow. I don't know what happened here. I'm not sure how this was allowed, but you know, it's a nuisance. It's definitely a nuisance in this game. But to me, it's the only problem I could find in this game. I mean, yes, it's annoying, but it doesn't ruin the experience. It doesn't really tarnish this game. It doesn't tarnish the experience. It's something that needs to be fixed, that needed to be fixed, and wasn't, and it's a little frustrating. The game overall is pretty short. I mean, you'll probably have it beat within 15 hours. If you're leveling up a lot, maybe more than that. But the game is not really that long compared to other games like it. It's pretty short. But that doesn't take away from how big the game is. I mean, the game's pretty big. I mean, there's a lot of neat locations and areas to look at. The amount of detail is amazing. You know, you feel like you're really in New York. And exploring the sewers and Central Park could never have been more fun. So yeah, if for whatever reason you haven't played this game, or if for whatever reason you haven't even heard about this game, that's a real shame. I mean, that would be a real shame. Get this game, play it, because it is cheap. A PS1 costs, what, 10, 20 bucks nowadays? Get a PlayStation, get Parasite Eve, play it, have fun with it. And yeah, that's the review. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and goodbye, my friends.